by John Breach at John Breach 11h ago 9 minutes read Tom Brady and Bill Belichick have won a lot of games together, but before Thursday, there was one thing they had never done before: win a game in Tampa Bay. That drought finally ended, and it ended in dramatic fashion as the New England Patriots held on for an oddly entertaining 19-14 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium. The win wasn't sealed until Jameis Winston threw an incomplete pass from the Patriots' 19-yard line on the final play of the game. Although the Patriots defense made an impressive stop on that final play, they definitely weren't the ones who carried New England to a win in Tampa. That was Brady. Despite the fact that he got beat up for most of the game, Brady was sacked 3 times and hit at least 10 times. The Patriots quarterback never looked fazed. The only truly bad throw that Brady made on the night came on the Patriots' opening possession of the game, when a pass intended for Chris Hogan ended up in the hands of Tampa's Justin Evans. NFL at NFL October 6, 2017. That pick was Brady's first interception in a road game since December 2015, and it must have upset to him because he never came close to throwing an interception for the rest of the game. After throwing the first quarter pick, Brady responded by playing one of the best second quarters of his career. The Patriots quarterback was a perfect 10 of 10 for 100 yards and a touchdown in a second quarter, where the Patriots scored on 2 out of their 3 offensive drives. Overall, Brady finished 30 of 40 for 303 yards and a touchdown. The fact that the Patriots bounced back with a win after losing to the Carolina Panthers on Sunday probably shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. Including Thursday's win, the Patriots are now 446 after a loss since 2003. Brady is also undefeated in his career against the Buccaneers 40. Although Brady probably won't admit it, the win was a big one for him personally. The victory in Tampa was the 186th regular season win over Brady's career, which ties him with Brett Favre and Peyton Manning for the most all-time. If Brady pulls out a win in New York against the New York Jets in Week 5, he'll have the all-time record to himself. Now that Brady's picked up his first win in Tampa, there's not much left to scratch off his career bucket list. One thing he might have to do this year, though, is attempt to win a Super Bowl with a defense that might go down as one of the worst in NFL history. By surrendering 334 yards to Winston, the Patriots became the first team in NFL history to give up 300 or more yards in 5 straight games in a single season. Brady better make sure his 40-year-old back is ready for the final 11 weeks of the season, because it's starting to look like he's going to be carrying the Patriots this year even more than he ever has in the past. No Gronk, no problem. About 2 hours before the game kicked off on Thursday, the Patriots decided that Rob Gronkowski wasn't healthy enough to play, so he was scratched from the game. With Gronk out, the Patriots apparently decided to just eliminate the tight end position altogether from their game plan, because Brady was only throwing to wide receivers. Of the 30 passes that Brady completed in the game, exactly 0 of them went to a tight end. Brady only had eyes for his receivers all night, and it paid off in a big way for Brandon Cooks, Danny Amendola and Hogan, who all racked up more than 70 yards. Although the 3 receivers rarely got wide open, they didn't need to, thanks to Brady's precision during the game. Any time Brady saw just a hint of separation, he would fire in a ball that would go for a big gain. One of Brady's best passes of the night came in the third quarter when he connected with Cooks for a 34-yard gain. The reason New England was so successful against the Bucs is because Tampa had an answer for the short and intermediate routes that the Patriots receivers were running for most of the game. Hogan's second quarter touchdown catch is an example of a simple route that turned into a touchdown because the Buccaneers had no idea how to stop it. Hogan 8 catches, 74 yards, and Amendola 8 catches, 77 yards, racked up big yards in the game even though neither receiver caught a pass that went for more than 20 yards. Cooks 5 catches, 85 yards, and James White 7 catches, 57 yards also played a big part in the Patriots' win. The Patriots are now 120 since the beginning of last season when Gronk doesn't play. Buccaneers beat up on Brady. If Tom Brady's going to survive the entire season, the Patriots' offensive line is going to have to get things figured out soon, because, for the 4th game in a row, Brady got blasted. Despite the fact that 2 of the Buccaneers' best defensive players, Quan Alexander and Lavonte David, missed Thursday's game due to injury, the Patriots still couldn't protect Brady, who was sacked 3 times. On one of the sacks, Brady got sandwiched, which led to a fumble that the Buccaneers recovered. The Buccaneers' sack number against the Patriots was surprising, because going into this week, the Bucs had been one of the NFL's worst teams at pressuring the quarterback. Before Thursday, they had only tallied a total of 1 sack through 3 games. That season total is now at 4, thanks to sacks from Gerald McCoy, Clinton McDonald and Adarius Glanton. The ugly part for the Patriots is that Brady has now been sacked a total of 16 times through 4 games, which is a crazy number when you consider that Brady was only sacked 15 times during the entire 2016 season. If Tom Brady doesn't get hurt this year with the hits he's taking, he'll buy that stupid cookbook and give resistance bands a try. Mike Cole at Mike Colon A saying October 6, 2017 Brady's cookbook might be a #1 bestseller if he's still standing by the time December rolls around. Return of the muscle hamster for the first time this season, the Buccaneers had Doug Martin on the field, which was good news for Tampa because he was basically their entire offense for the first 3 quarters of the game. Martin sat out the first 3 games of the season in order to complete a 4-game suspension he was given near the end of the 2016 season. The Buccaneers' offensive line must have been excited to see Martin because they were creating huge holes for him. On the 17-yard game below, you can see just how much room Martin had to work with. Doug Martin had some big holes to run through. NFL CBS despite 4 weeks off because the Bucs had a bye in week 1, Martin didn't look rusty at all. The Tampa Bay running back rushed 7 times for 55 yards and a touchdown in the first half. That's an average of 7.9 yards per carry. Martin's only score of the game came midway through the second quarter when he decided to jump the pile. The Buccaneers only scored 1 rushing touchdown during Martin's suspension, and he matched that total in his first game back. Going into Thursday's game, the Buccaneers had a ground game that ranked 26th in the NFL. That ranking should only improve going forward with Martin now entrenched as the starter in Tampa Bay. Overall, the running back finished with 13 carries for 74 yards. Buccaneers might need to find a new kicker. If the Buccaneers thought cutting Roberto Aguayo would solve all of their kicking problems, they were dead wrong. In related news, Bucs kicker Nick Folk might want to start looking for a job now after the ugly game he had against the Patriots. Folk's season went from bad to worse in a span of 3 hours on Thursday. Going into the game, Folk had already missed 4 kicks on the season, 2 field goals and 2 extra points, and he added to that total when he missed 3 more field goals against the Patriots. Folk's misses came from 56, 49 and 31 yards. The most painful one was the 31-yarder because it came with just 539 left in the game and would cut the Patriots' lead down to 1 score 16-10. Instead, Folk sent the kick wide left, which left the Bucs trailing 167. Although the other 2 kicks were more difficult, Folk missed them both by a good 10 yards. It will be absolutely shocking if he still has a job when the Bucs travel to Arizona in Week 6. Bucs coach Dirk Coetta didn't exactly give Folk a vote of confidence after the game. If you're wondering just how ugly the kicking situation has been in Tampa over the past 2 seasons, NFL research has the answer. The Buccaneers are 2,842 66.7 PCT on field goals over the last 2 seasons. 0.14 misses is 4 more than any other team in that span. NFL research at Null Research, October the 6th, 2017. The sad thing for Bucs fans is that it's even more painful to watch their kickers in the fourth quarter. Bucs are a league worst 12 for 20, 60% on field goals in the fourth quarter since the beginning of 2015. Bill Barnwell at Bill Barnwell, October 6, 2017. For the season, Folk is now just 6 of 11 on field goal attempts, 54.5%, and 6 of 8 on extra points. Aguayo was cut after 1 season in Tampa where he went 22 of 31, 71%, and 32 of 34 on extra points. Buccaneers still haven't figured out Thursday Night Football. If the Buccaneers are smart, they'll ask the NFL not to schedule them any Thursday games next year, because it seems to be the one night of the week where Tampa Bay can never win. Including the loss to the Patriots, the Bucs are now 0-5 in Thursday games dating back to 2013, and that's not even the ugly part. The ugly part is that the Bucs haven't won a Thursday game at home since 1980. Brady is the only player on either team who was alive when that happened, but he probably wasn't watching because he was only 3 years old. Patriots take the color out of Color Rush after wearing an all-blue uniform combo for their Color Rush game last season. The Patriots made a switch this year and went with an all-white combination for Thursday's game. The Patriots' Color Rush uniforms marked the first time since 2009 that they wore an all-white combo in a game. As for the Buccaneers, they went with the same all-red uniform that they've worn for their Color Rush games in each of the past 2 seasons. The Buccaneers might want to think about dumping those uniforms for next season. They're now 03, wearing all red since the NFL's Color Rush campaign started in 2015. Aircraft finally takes off after 2 months of waiting. The Patriots finally got a chance to show off the new plane this week. Team owner Robert Kraft bought 2 planes for the Patriots back in August, but they had to be spruced up before the team was allowed to use them. Aircraft finally took its inaugural flight this week when the Patriots took off for Tampa on Wednesday. If you're scoring at home, the Patriots are now 10 after flying on their new plane.